Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another video on the How To Moss channel, and in today's video, I'll be talking about how to become a wrestling fan, because it's easy becoming a wrestling fan. All you really have to do is, just watch a bunch of wrestling videos until you can't watch anymore. But that's the thing, you can never get into something late. So that's why I'm even more so doing this video, because if you're just now getting into wrestling, there's no problem with that. You know, like, I got into wrestling late too. Like, I know the era of watching wrestling was like in the 90s and early 2000s. Bruh, I was a kid outside riding my bike, playing video games. I was born in 96. So I'm saying there's like a good, 6 years of the 90s that I missed out on, and I didn't even get like a chance of watching wrestling back then. I'm like watching, I only will watch that stuff if they if I just come across it on YouTube or whatever. But anyways, no, it's okay getting into wrestling late. I got into wrestling in like 2007. I still remember what got me into wrestling. I think I was watching SmackDown, and they were showing not previews but clips of a previous pay-per-view that they showed. It was Backlash 2007, and they showed when Batista had speared Undertaker off the stage. Whole stage just exploded. It was crazy. And I watched that and was like, hey yo, like, I know them dudes is hurt, and then they just right back on TV next week, wrestling like nothing happened. So I'm like, oh, these guys, they're superhumans. All right, nah, that's cool. I like that. So anyways, I just started watching wrestling, and from there, I'm like, I'm as I'm doing this video, I got my TV on while Monday Night Raw is on. So there are so many different wrestling shows and just so much wrestling content that you can watch. It wouldn't surprise me if there was like YouTubers that decided to do like their own spin of. Actually, you know what? No, not YouTubers. There are these TikTokers that go around and they do these wrestling things. There are so many wrestling fans out there. It is insane. It was one of my friends I met through Twitch. I had just found out that she was, or I found out this a while ago. But yeah, it was just recently when she told me she was a wrestling fan, and it shocks me on how many wrestling fans are out there, because yes, you'll have those people that'll be like, oh, wrestling's fake. Wrestling is so fake. Oh my God, it's like they just trying to kill your joy of being a wrestling fan. Now, to answer that question, is wrestling fake? No, it's not. Wrestling, the storylines and all that stuff, yeah, of course, it's scripted, but it's not fake, I guess. But no, yeah, it's scripted and stuff. But them guys taking slams and getting slapped across the chest, how do you fake getting slapped across the chest? Or actually legit, there are wrestlers out there that will legit break a bone or dislocate something, and they're out for months because of it and stuff. There's wrestlers that have legit had to retire early because of their injuries. So yeah, I'm like, wrestling is not fake. And to anybody that says wrestling is fake, I'm like, yeah, you go become a professional wrestler, and you'll come back and tell me if that stuff is fake. Guaranteed they're gonna be like, my whole body is in pain. All right. But anyways, but no, getting back to how to become a wrestling fan. But no, like I was saying, there's so many different wrestling shows to watch, from Monday Night Raw, Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night AEW, Thursday night I think Impact Wrestling comes on, and then Friday night is Friday Night SmackDown, and then sometimes over the weekends they'll have pay-per-views and stuff, and then some other shows. So they, yeah, and that's another thing. There's at times when not WWE but AEW, they might have to push their show to a different day. So sometimes you'll notice their shows. Actually, no, AEW also comes on Fridays too. They got All Elite Wrestling, which is, or no, All Elite Wrestler, so it's AEW Dynamite, and then it's AEW Rampage. Okay, it took me a moment to actually gather it all up and stuff, but AEW Rampage comes on Fridays after Friday Night SmackDown. So Friday Night SmackDown comes on from 8 to 10, and then from 10 to 11 is AEW Rampage. So and then yeah, then there's the pay-per-views. Bro, if you guys want to talk to anybody about a wrestling fan and schedules and pay-per-views and all that stuff, it's me. I'm like, and if there's anybody out there that wants to tell me some like history on wrestling, I'm like, fam, it's me. Like, I am a wrestling fan. I still watch wrestling. I have to say, probably the only ones I remember, like me and my friends when I was a kid, we all watched wrestling, all of us. As I gotten older, they don't even talk on it anymore. I'm legit the only one that watches wrestling. Because, I mean, I have, like, sport channels, and then I'm like, you know, I'm a fan of this stuff. Like, I react to this stuff on my main channel, and I'm like, I have fans, they're legit, you know, we will talk about wrestling. So, it's okay. Like, that's another thing. Is there an age limit of being a wrestling fan? No. If you got like 60, 70-year-old like wrestlers and stuff, or former wrestlers still a part of the business till this day, like that's the thing I don't think a lot of people understand, is that there are wrestlers. So let's say you are in your 30s and you watch wrestling. There are wrestlers in their 30s wrestling. So my thing is this, they're actually doing that stuff. I'm at home just watching it. It is my source of entertainment. It ain't no different than watching Jersey Shore, what else? The Price is Right. What are some other shows out there? Cartoon shows, comedy shows, action-packed shows, science fiction shows. I like wrestling. There's no problem with it. There's no age limit to it. You can be however old you want to be and still watch wrestling. All right. So I'm saying, like, it don't matter. But anyways, but yeah, you know, then there's also wrestling video games. Now I have to say the last WWE wrestling game, not all that good. All right. I had to say last few WWE games haven't really been all that good. Now they are hyping up this other wrestling game that's coming out. It's from WWE, and I think it's gonna be 2K, WWE 2K22 or something like that, or 2K23. I don't know. But anyways, they do have a lot of different wrestling games out there. Preferably the best would be like the older ones, like the PlayStation 2, like SmackDown versus Raw, and anything before that. But afterwards, like, yeah, wrestling games did kind of slow down and stuff. So, but yeah, you know, there's a lot, like, you know, when then like, yeah, these wrestling shows like WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, excuse me, they have like a lot of like, you know, accounts like all across social media, so you can watch like these clips, moments, a bunch of different stuff surrounding wrestling. And yeah, you know, like there's so, and then on top of that, there's so many different like, you know, wrestlers, you know, that's in this business, and they be killing it. There's some like crazy wild stuff that be going on in wrestling at times. So yeah, become a wrestling fan, you know, get a Peacock, and you can watch like all the WWE pay-per-views and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot going on with wrestling from WWE, AEW. It's WWE and AEW would probably be the best, you know, options. There's nothing wrong with Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling, from what I heard, is good too. For the longest, I don't know why, I had this problem with like Impact Wrestling because I was such a massive WWE fan, but then you realize like these wrestlers be going back and forth to all these different companies. So there's wrestlers that legit wrestled for AEW, or not AEW, for Impact Wrestling, and they're with WWE or AEW. So I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling. You know, there's no problem with which shows you watch, which wrestlers you like, and so on. There will be some letdowns, you know, with wrestling at times. But yeah, you know, there's a lot going on with wrestling. So yeah, become a wrestling fan. It's fun. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.